We are live. Excellent. See who figures it out first. Fire cycle. Hey, Fire, join me in the alpha chat if you want. It's today the 20th. Well, hello, Randy. Let's alert everyone. Let's get some people in here. Let's get this thing moving. Looks like just getting everyone coming here, and then we'll start here in a second. Oh, what? Hold on a second. Oh, that's right. I let the exclusive access people in here too. Totally cool. You guys are more than welcome. So I already have a line set on CVS, but whole point of the night is to chart out everything that we want to chart out for the week, and then set alerts for the server. That is the 100% what we want to do. So let me just do one thing here real quick. I'm pretty sure. Just need to. Okay. And then we're gonna use this for the custom alerts. Awesome, awesome. Welcome, welcome everyone, welcome. You're more than welcome. Who is that? Bull? What's up? Bull, you got something you want to look at? You want something that you want some alerts on? I don't remember. I don't remember if I tied my shoes this morning. Come on. I don't buy shoes. I don't buy shoes that I gotta tie. I just have slip-ons. It's the way to go. I highly recommend it. No, you like tying? All right. I mean, my shoes have fake laces on them, but they're all slip-ons. Why don't we? Let's start with the sectors. Let's start with the sector ETFs. We'll go from there. We'll create some breakout alerts here. So I like that as a potential zone there. Oh, this is Xerox. We don't need to do Xerox. What am I doing? Alright, consumer discretionaries. This thing is... We can blow the... I don't know. Are we going to blow the top off or are we going to correct? Because everything looks like it's going to be one or the other. That's what I'm looking at right now. Like, I see a lot of rising wedges here. So we'll set an alert on the screen line. We'll do... Alright, so if it breaks the screen line, we know we're going stupid bullish, so... This doesn't look bad. What is this, healthcare? Healthcare looks good. I feel comfortable over this line. Utilities, ooh, what? This is gonna drive me nuts. I don't need all these. No, I have so many lines drawn because I chart so many stupid tickers. Like, it's telling me that I need, like, I don't even remember, like, half this stuff. But I don't delete stuff ever. That's the other problem I have. So I need to, like, Chegg. I don't remember the last time I did Chegg or Pen or... DEAC isn't even a ticker anymore. I just need to go through and clean up a lot of this stuff. Spy, we can get rid of Spy. Oh, I don't know if I wanted it. Workhorse has 22 drawings. Coinbase. At V, CI. Like, I don't remember the last time I did Litecoin. Yeah, I had like 2,000 drawings basically on 400 symbols. That's got to be probably the limit. All right, let's go back to XLU. Let's see here. On the 4 hour, let's go to the 1 hour. Alright, for me, this would be right there that I'd be comfortable with the breakout alert. Well, that almost worked out right. So this is real estate. Real estate you would think would be pretty bullish. This would be a safe line right here. I know that's pretty high, but if it breaks this line, it's pretty much going at least up $1. I'm going to set an alert on that one. Yeah, I saw the price target raise on Nike. You guys gotta not read too much into that. Ooh, consumer staples looks really good. Just doing this really fast, trying to get through these, and then we can get into some requests. Wow, Industrials looks amazing. Banks, I think Banks is gonna say, I'm gonna set this alert and let me see. Yeah, there's no point in even setting it because XLF is up so much after hours that it's bull flagging. I mean, I have a feeling. I mean, it bull flagged after hours, so this thing's probably gonna be 3060 by some point Monday. You guys are welcome if you got an XLF. We're all gonna be looking. We're gonna enjoy it a lot next week. Trust me. I think banks run the entire week. I'm probably gonna take some profits right away. Take my original investment out, and I'll probably let the rest ride. Unless it opens up at like 31 and I'm up 10 grand. Like at that point, it's like, you're not gonna throw away 10 grand. So. This energy is kind of flagging too, but it also has this head and shoulders, so I try to be conservative on these alerts. Granted, you could go in and be before them, but ooh, what is this? Materials? That looks baller. I'll go super safe on this. Everybody wants Walmart. Yes. Walmart looks good. I'm in Walmart, obviously, for a reason. Alright, the ETFs are done. CVS I've already made, so we're good there. So now at this point, what else should we do? Amazon? Yeah, I think I had Amazon done last week, but we could do... just following my trend lines pretty good. So I think I have these red lines right here for go times. Do you guys want aggressive or conservative? I think this one would be fine. I'm trying to read Baba. I had Baba set up here, so this actually went off last week. So now what we're looking for on Baba is another breakout here. So what I would say for Baba, for me to feel comfortable, I would need a breakout over 268. And to be conservative, we'll just say 269. And then that would really identify a true reversal. ZOM. I like ZOM. I think I got Apple set up already. A lot of the ETFs are going to cover a lot of these, so... I like Fastly. Fastly looks decent. I think we were looking at it Wonder if I have it charted. Yeah, I have Fastly charted, so I already had a go time signal last week on it, so if you missed that, that was at 101. It would have caught you a $4 move. Now we're retracing, so if it bounces off this, our next entry would be right here. So we can create a new one right here. I got no problem making a new one. X gonna give it to you. I have this line here. We'll make a breakout line on here. If X goes below 1660, I think the move's done. Let's see here. Funko? What's been going on with Funko lately? Oh, wow. Okay. So this is filling the gap, basically. So, for me, I mean, we're looking to fill the gap up to 1460. I like this. I'm going to make an alert here on 1246. Let me go in a little closer here. Alright, 1248 we'll say. If it gets over here, I mean, you could capture a $2 move on something that probably doesn't have crazy option pricing. I like this. This is it's already filling the gap. So the golden rule on gap fills, if it starts filling the gap, it will almost always fill the gap. Not 100% on... it's more positive on downtrends than uptrends. So what I've noticed is if it starts filling the gap on a downtrend, it will almost always fill it. On uptrends, it will always almost fill it as well, unless it's Intel. For some reason, Intel does not apply to those rules. Yes, these are being recorded. YouTube has informed me that I am being a little laggy. I apologize. Promises. What the? I don't even know where to begin with that. DDD? Okay, I was gonna say I don't even know what that is. Why? No. Triple D? Are you watching my screen? Does that have my chart on it? Hold on, in the Discord? Stock chat? Oh. Yeah, no, that's... Why does that look so different? Do you have logarithmic on?
Oh, I do.
That's why.
It doesn't have logarithmic.
Most people. No, I see the break right here of what you're talking about and the retest.
Look at nice.
I don't use logarithmic. I just haven't studied enough to use it and find it reliable. What I do works for me, and so if it's not broken, don't fix it. So people saw my beam. I think I have Pelotar already done. Pelotar go time is this purple line here. I have the yellow line and the purple line both alerts, so trust me, if Pelotar is breaking out, you will know. Neo, I haven't. I really don't want to make a Neo alert, but I understand. Let me see here. I will make a Neo alert because I have a feeling the masses will want it. AMD. I think I have AMD. Let me just double check. I don't have it. We can make one though. Done. Kroger. I don't see any reason to make an alert on Kroger. Hold on, I'm getting text message here. OKE. I think, because so OKE is really rounding down. You're going to want it to bounce off the 3910 and then start up again. I wouldn't go in until it's probably over 42. Because once it gets over 42, it filled the gap here, so there's no real super reason. What we really want is this gap fill from 48 to 59. That's what we want. So if it fills here though, this would probably be pretty good. Plug. I think it's, if you're not in plug, there's no reason to set an alert. You could just go in plug Monday. Plug's going crazy right now, so plug's going to go to 40.35. I don't need an alert to tell you that. I'm pretty sure I got Jamia. Yeah, so Jamia, the alert already went off. Whoops. So there's no reason to set another one. It's over the alert line. It's going to 49. So if you're not in it, then Beam. Yeah, I was looking at Beam the other day. I know I tweeted this out. It looks really good. So one thing I'm seeing here is, it broke this nice wedge here, and it's breaking out. So how will we know how high it's going to go? We're going to take our fib retrace or our fib extension tool, and we're going to trace this move here. And I would say it's at the 382 right now. I think it can go from 44. I would imagine it goes to 48 here, probably Monday. So 48.80, and then potentially retrace back down to 46 or 44. So you might see something. It's not necessarily going to follow this curve, but I like those curves sometimes. I'm a person that likes curves. And you might see something like that. That'd be a parabolic move up to 66. This is an electric utility company. That would be by the end of the year. That would be a pretty crazy move if you could catch it. I mean, that would basically mean This would pull a Neo basically. Uh, this might be. Might be more like this. Probably be a little more conservative. Tweet that out so you guys can have that. Alright. Banks, I already tweeted out everything. There was no reason to put the banks in the newsletter. If you're not in banks already, I do think banks will run this week. I don't think it's going to be a gap up and sell off. And the reason for it, I'm so bullish on it, is banks have a very, very low fundamental ratio, which basically means they're undervalued extremely. So all the banks right now could literally double and still be fairly valued. So what investors have been waiting for with banks is to see how the stress tests were going to go. So with that means that banks are safe. They could start share buybacks. They could start dividends again. So now people are going to start pouring back into banks because banks have high dividends. They do the share buybacks. There's no reason for investors, especially huge investors, not to want to get back in banks. Because they're going to make money in banks. Yeah, I would go long on banks immediately Monday. What the hell is LKNCY? A penny stock. No, nope, not happening. Not gonna even erase that with my. Zuo has a hell of a gap to 16, huh? It looks like it's starting to fill it. I mean, for me, if it gets over 1360, that would be my buy line. So here, this is when it went crazy last time. That would be when I would be interested. Yeah, we can look at Big C. Sure. That didn't work out. Yeah, I'm not always. Yeah, I broke this this line right here, this cup line. It didn't break the bottom one yet, so let's get rid of these lines. It was a worthy effort. I mean, I thought people were bullish on that. I thought that was the whole reason. Like, isn't Big C like Shopify? The pieces. Hey now. I mean, let's just be safe and make the breakout line 87.90. We could do another one. I'd be comfortable doing one like maybe like this. If you want an early breakout line, we could do this one. Yeah, I mean, I think people overthink investing and trading a lot. You just you look for the simple things and you set your alerts and then it's just patience. People, even myself, get involved in over trading. I swear to God, if I didn't over trade, I would probably have 10 times the money I have. Because when I set a plan and I stick to it, I win almost every time. The problem I have is by Wednesday, usually that plan is dried up for the week and I have no more plays. So then I'm rushing into plays. I'm trying to have a piece of the pie. I get FOMO because I see things running and I get in and I make mistakes. And then half my gains that I've gained through Wednesday, like my win rate Monday through Wednesday is incredibly high because I have the whole weekend to plan for it. And then Thursday and Friday I end up giving almost all of it back all the time because I overtrade. And I think I don't know if that's everyone, but that's something that happens to me. Is I just gotta, when my plays are done for the week, I should just be done, because I think I was up, no, I don't know, 600-700% Wednesday, and then by the end of the day Friday, I was up maybe 200%. So I gave back almost over half my gains. Granted, tomorrow, if banks hold, I will be up quite a bit. I'm really excited for banks. Also, I'm really excited for Walmart. I'm also really excited to put this Jim Beam in my belly. Alright. Walmart was a newsletter play, but it wasn't a secret newsletter play. I just put it in there. So I do have Walmart charted out. I'm not going to go too much in depth on it, but I do want to have... I do think it can hit 153. If not, I think it's strongly... I think 163 isn't unheard of. So what I'm looking for here, it kind of already did it, but a safe bet would be right there. Yeah, I usually... I mean, if you haven't seen my long-term gains and my small account challenge, I usually make money. It's been a while. It's been months. I mean, I haven't never lost on the long term. That's why investing over trading is better. I do a lot of high-risk moves, which I can get bit occasionally, so... Pfizer, you did me dirty. Alright. Alright, so Pfizer's already set. This line is already set. Looks like Pfizer did bounce off my support line here. So that means it filled all these gaps and we're good to go. So hopefully this can... The Moderna news is not good for Pfizer, though. I'll be honest with you. I just wouldn't touch it. I think there's better stuff out there. I'm looking for Apple to retrace to about 125 here. So this could definitely happen faster. It could also come back down to 122. I am concerned about that. For some reason, the investors have been very bearish on Apple, and I think it's because it's pretty much fair valued right now, so there's not a ton of upside. So you don't have a ton of new investors coming in. What you do have is a ton of investors thinking, okay, I should probably secure some profits. So for me, even with the upgrades, I don't care about the upgrades. What I care about is what the big boys are doing. I have seen a ton of level 3s and 4s, or not level 4s, but just a ton of level 3 call alerts for that, and level 3s are usually pretty reliable. So I actually played Apple last week, and it broke about even because I secured a lot of profits when it ran right here. But I thought it was going over 130, so I held, and then I ended up losing and breaking even on Friday. So that was a little sucky, but I do think if it holds this trend line, people will be safe. So it does have this trend line here. If we get a bounce here, this may come down to here and bounce here, and then we may go up to 136. But if it can get over 129.70, I'd feel pretty good. We can set an alert on Apple for that too if we want. I think people like Apple enough where we can create that alert. I have done X. I did earlier. JKS. I did. I'd feel very comfortable on this, probably there. Alright, we'll set an alert on JKS here. I know JKS could go, I don't know what it is, but like this thing could go to 148. So we probably want to pay attention to this. It could double in price over the next few. This is a multi-month chart, keep that in mind. But it'll go nuts if it breaks that green line. Plug I did, Amazon I did, XLF I did. The Tattooed Chef I did not do. Been hearing a lot of chatter on it. We can... There, we'll set one there. Alright. Not doing Facebook. We can do RCL. So RCL, if it can get over 85, I'd feel comfortable. No, we could certainly play the run. I mean, if it holds this, you could certainly play the run from 71 to 85. I see no need for that. Or I see no reason you couldn't do that. Wayfair? Sure. I see you, Wayfair. I see what you're doing. That's what we're looking at. Shop. Why do I chart everything differently? It depends on how the depends on how it's Oh no, I had someone ask me why I chart things differently. So every chart's different. You gotta treat it all differently. Shop's going to at least 1350. It's gonna retest probably 1150. So it looks like it's already doing that, and then it's going to 1350. I see no reason why for it. It might even go to 1600. Shop's gonna just go stupid. So I'm not going to set an alert because it's already in the breakout. The breakout already happened. The alert went off at 11:08. It alerted the whole server, so if you didn't get it on 11:08, you missed a $100 move. What you doing there, Snapchat? Rising Wedge on Snapchat. I don't see like an A+ setup here. I know it's popular. I'm not going to set an alert because there's nothing. I mean, you could set an alert maybe for yourself over 5477, but for me, I don't see anything like super awesome. Not doing AQB. It's like I will look at it. AQB is probably going down. You guys have way too many weird tickers. Are these... What the heck is ANKR? 8x8. Package software. I mean, this looks like a Head and Shoulders. I mean, the after hours is good though. So I mean, it's up. Wow. Okay, we'll set an alert on this. I don't know what the hell it is. I have never heard of it, but why not? It looks like it could be going retarded. So, or it could be going silly. I like silly. I'm gonna start using silly. Yeah, no, I mean, I do weird tickers too. I'm just saying, like, some of the tickers you guys are posting are, like, mega weird. Dude, ringside, don't bring those penny tickers in here. These things aren't even over 10 cents. Like, give me a break. Jesus. Yeah, like I can't like if you want to play there's a certain way to play penny tickers. I'm going to break it out for you. I'm going to tell everyone how to play penny tickers. Get yourself if you are just like die hard, got to play penny tickers. It's the easiest strategy in the world. Get yourself a relative volume scanner, and if you notice a penny sticker with double relative volume, then you play it. It's super simple. It's not rocket science. If a penny ticker has above average volume, so relative volume, and it's at least double, that means the thing's moving. You can jump in and ride the pump and dump. That's what those are. They're just pump and dumps. They're made by groups that they call them out to their groups, and then the entire group buys it, and it pumps it up because it's such a low market cap, and that's why, you know, if you ever get caught doing it, you could go to jail, and I just don't do it. I do like ATV, by the way. My ATV chart got deleted, but basically ATV is a cup and handle, perfect textbook. So now it's breaking out and retesting. Yeah, ATV Activision. So this thing, I think I charted it out to like 140 before. So if you know the golden rule of a cup and handle is it usually goes the width of the cup is the breakout from the point of the breakout. So that would put our target line at 132. So then if you're like, all right, well, is this a impulsive Elliott wave? Well, I don't know. It could be. If it is, then we're probably looking at something like this. If this is the base right here, we could do an extension here. This would be an overdrawn one, so this would probably be more like here. Because this is more flat, this would be sharp, so we'd probably immediately retest this. And then we'd be looking at here, which is probably a 1 point. If I had to guess, that's a 38% extension right there, almost perfectly. That's crazy. So yeah, that is my target on ATV. Because of that being the target, I think this is going to do this. I think it's going to retest it here, so we don't need to retest it here. And I would put more comfortable something like that. And put some levels on here. And we'll share this with everyone so everyone can see it. No, Intel was not a cup and handle fail. Intel was never a cup and handle. Been seeing this guy. What the mother? Another penny stock. You guys keep chat, and not even just a penny stock. It's an OTC penny stock. Like, get that out of here. If you type it again, I will ban you. FireEye, yeah. I like LMT. This was one of my what's I'm looking at. They just made that acquisition too, so I'm gonna be curious to see. I've heard investors say they overpaid. I haven't personally looked into it, the valuation of what they bought. But if they don't like it, this thing's going down. But the thing is I mean, Lockheed Martin should be a $400 company. It really should be at least 400. And I'm gonna set an alert here. Actually, on this downtrend line, I feel very comfortable doing that. I'm gonna be conservative on it. If we break over this line, I think you could easily go in. I was at, what is that? I think I liked FireEye at about 14. I don't know what happened lately. I've been following it since about 14 bucks, and I think I was in it last year at 14, but it didn't really do much, so I got out. And so I'd be curious to see if this thing keeps running. I think over 20, and you got yourself something. The problem is they keep having terrible earnings, and so they don't even have a PE ratio. Their price to cash flow ratio is awful. Everything financially is awful. Free cash flow is fine, I suppose. Balance sheet is fine. Yeah, it's okay. Net income, they just don't make money. So what I'm worried about is this is a pump and dump again. I mean, it's not necessarily a pump and dump. It's a $4 billion company, sure, but until it breaks out of this zone right here, I don't see anything happening. But I will set an alert here, because if it breaks above this line, then you got clear skies. Yeah, I like RCL. I looked at it before. I think it can run up to 85, and then it would have maybe a double top feeling. The problem with RCL, what I'm looking at here, I'm going to teach you all. Maybe I'm not. It's a secret of mine, but the problem that you're having with RCL right here is not a good thing. So on this retracement right here, you're getting resistance around the 236. So I have a feeling it might do something like this. So that would be my concern, especially because more COVID. Like, the news for travel stocks is not great. So this would make sense to me. I'm fairly certain this is going to happen. It's either going to happen on this wave right here, or it's going to try it one more time and it's going to go here. So with the new strain and more lockdowns, I would be very careful with cruise lines. The general rule is if a stock retraces and it can't get above the 236 on a retracement, it is almost always going to have another extension down to a negative 236. So it will always break. So if it breaks, make this simple. If it breaks 70, it's going to 67. Absolutely 100%. Make a bear time on there. Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of the So for me, I could see this coming all the way down to 19 again. If it breaks 23, for me, if it breaks 23, or even, yeah, here we go. If it breaks this line right here, so if it breaks 24, it's probably going to 19. Yeah, that would be my line right there. So basically what's happening is you have support right here. These are support and resistances. So this is old resistance. If this doesn't hold as support right here, and this uptrend breaks, you're at a key moment right here. So if this uptrend breaks, it's probably going to go back down and test. What's that? Talking to your dog? Yeah, everything, all, I know these kind of look like cup and handles, but I've seen a lot of plays look like this, and they don't always play out. Just because something looks like a cup and handle, you need it to actually follow the rules. If it doesn't follow the rules, then you're going to get burned thinking it's a cup and handle, and you're going to hold it way too long. When it invalidates the rules, you get out. So if this thing falls below 19, the cup and handle's done. It's not a possibility anymore. So for me, so you have this top to bottom retracement here. If it breaks the 618, then the likelihood of it being a cup and handle goes down dramatically. If it breaks the 5, it's almost a certain that it is not happening at that point. So if it breaks 1868, there's a good chance it's going down to 14 again. Now, CCL, if they can't restart soon, they're in serious trouble because they have a lot of financial issues. The only real cruise lines that are good is NCLH. RCL is, I haven't looked at it fully in depth, but I know they're not as good as NCLH as well. So alright, so Space is in serious jeopardy of, if it goes down any further, it's going back into the teens. But if it can rebound here, then we're looking at a potential move. And I think Space has been pretty bearish because of the offering news, but that turned out to be false. So if investors then get interested again and they see upside, we could retest the old 3-point and shoot for 35 again. So Space, yeah, Space, I mean, honestly, Space is kind of a cup and handle right now. Like, no joke. So we'll see what happens here. I'd be curious to see what kind of level is it at. Alright, so it did go below the 50%, so I'm not loving that. It's not a cup and handle, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean it can't bounce back up. It just probably means that it's probably not going to break out above 35. But to be honest, a 23 to 35 move is still fantastic. So, I'm not, nah, I think there's better stuff out there, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't, well, I charted this thing a while ago. I don't remember charting this, wow. But it's following my plays. Yeah, I think Lending Tree is going down to 228. I just had the level wrong. Doesn't look good. It's doing that Batman formation. I am liking D-King. It's following my moves. So I have this already charted out. D-King looks amazing. So it's retesting right here. If this thing is a little bit green at all on Monday, I would be very confident. I'll tweet this out again for everyone. I think I've tweeted this out before, but maybe you haven't seen it. I swear to God, one of my biggest pet peeves is when you spam tickers. If you say it once, I'm more likely to do it. I will do Chewy, but if you say it again, insta-ban. Is this thing really at 100? What? That's crazy. It blew right past the 168. That's nuts. It almost looks like it's getting geared up again. Their financials are just atrocious. I wouldn't touch this. I think there's better stuff out there. I get the temptation because it's run a lot. But for me, this thing... I'm going to show you. Hold on. I think I see something here. Okay. So you got two things that I'm worried about here. So you got a head and shoulders. And I told you if you watch my head and shoulders video, typically the right shoulder will be lower than the left. That means you actually have a head and shoulders here. And we have one other thing we need to look at. So let's look at volume here. Okay, yeah, also, so you have increasing volume on the left shoulder. The head is decreasing volume, and then the right shoulder you're getting increasing volume as well. So this could be bad right here. So the thing you're going to need to look for is a break basically of this line. So if you get a break of this line, this thing's going back down to at least 94. And if it breaks 94, it could go all the way back down to 85 probably. Yeah, I'm not touching Chewy either. You're just chasing at this point if you're getting in. Wow, what happened to MU Friday? MU looks like it's going to go back down to 69. I'd be a buyer at 69, and then I'd ride it up to 78. Oh, wow. So I charted this, I think, back here on this breakout, and it played it to a T. Love it. Love going back to tickers I haven't charted in like months and then just seeing how they played out perfectly. This is in a down channel right now. I don't love it. I know a lot of people do, but I'll be honest with you. I was just at the outlet mall, and the Gap store was not the popular store. And so I like to see things with my eyes. I like to see results, and I think gap is just not the in thing anymore, unfortunately, and the financials support that. Um, I mean, they haven't made money in forever. They have a decent war chest, but the liabilities are catching up to them. Like you could see, the liabilities and the assets gaps are narrowing, which is not good. The cash flow is, I mean, they got 800 million on the books, so that's good. Again, it's not something you do kind of. I guess I could see like a tilted inverted head and shoulders here, but I feel like that's reaching. Um, I will set an alert though. I'd be curious if it broke this line, what it would do. So I'll set an alert on that for the group. Newsflash: collabing with Kanye doesn't mean shit. Kanye is, I don't know. I don't have good thoughts on him, so I'll just leave that alone. No, I think LL looks really good. I mean, if it breaks this line, it's going to go exactly how I told you it would go back in August. So DBX has this head and shoulders right here. So that's something, I'm actually in DBX puts right now. It's kind of a hedge. I'm mainly in calls for the market, but I wanted to get some puts just in case we didn't get stimulus this this weekend, because again, the right shoulder is lower than the left shoulder, and to me this usually means that you're running out of buyers. And this thing was floating on the rumor that I spread that it was going to get bought out, which doesn't look to be true anytime soon. So I'd be curious if this thing could go back down to 21. I'd make a lot of money on it if it did. Now, this also could be, in theory, a wedge or a bull pennant. And honestly, if this thing breaks 24.18, it's probably going to 27. So be curious on if it breaks this right here. So we'll set that right there. I don't have any alerts on LL. I just talked about it a long time ago about lumber this year, especially going into the end of the year. I think I had talked about it back here in July. It was one of the very first videos I've done on YouTube. And now it's really starting to pay off. You'd have to be very patient. I don't know many people that were, but I had talked about some 30 calls and 35 calls for January. Lulu. Lulu is actually my dog's name. So that's super cool. Let's see what this is doing. So this retraced down to 382, and now it's going up. It's in kind of a mid-cycle. For me, I could definitely see Lulu going to 430. If this is an impulse wave, that would be the next move. So that would be a sharp, and then we would get a flat. Well, see, these all-time highs like this, they're tricky. Like, a flat could look like this too. It's a pretty bullish move. This could also be your flat to sharp, and this could be your final leg right here. That's possible. So you could have had this as well. So typically this, no, that invalidates. It's not right. My bad. I'll tweet this out for you guys to see this. We can set an alert right here for the server though, because for me, if it broke over 3870, then 430 is in mine. And Lulu makes money, and this is up there for apparel companies. It's one of the ones that I like. I like the way their product looks on women, so that helps. It's usually a good thing. Ooh, let's do ARC. Yes, thank you, Cora. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon, too. Been going for about an hour and 10 minutes, but I swear to God. Alright, let's do IPOC here real quick. Why not? Hmm. Alright, there we go. So I definitely think this could go up a little bit more. I don't know what this is. Financial conglomerates. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. But if you're not in my Discord, Raul, can you put a link up there for me? I'd appreciate that. For everyone that's not in it. I do want to do ARC. I know I haven't charted ARC, I don't think. Raul, can you give him a link though? Wow, this thing is just going straight up, huh? It definitely looks like it's tapping all-time highs. It's struggling with that. I think it's going to struggle because I think it's heavily invested in probably learn how to spell done. Yeah, I think this thing's going to come back down. So for me, if I were to just brush this, when you have a rising wedge, this thing's going to at least come down to here. And then you might see it kind of do this. That would be my guess on ARC. Raul, you're not helping. There's my Discord link. Alright, anyways. Alright, I'll do AMD real quick, and then I think make it off. I already did AMD. Alright, AMD is set. We're good to go there. The alert will go off if it breaks 798, and then that will give us a ride to 101. ARK is heavily invested in Tesla. So if we are bearish on Tesla, then then we know ARK's going to go down too. Tesla rejected off 684, which is the 786, which is an overextended wave. So for me, I'm not a Tesla lover. I like Tesla. I love their product. Don't get me wrong. Like, Tesla makes awesome stuff. What I don't love is their valuation. So what I don't love is investing at Tesla at a level that's just crazy. Like, there's nothing that justifies. I did all the math. I calculated returns on 10 years. I calculated increased market share. Everything that I could get to, the highest number I could get to. And the extremely highest number I could get to, based on fundamentals, was around 466. So for me, this needs about a $200 haircut. So I would like to see it back towards 500, if not 350. Yeah, my Discord is the website on my Twitter. So right now, EVs have about a 3% market share. It's projected that EVs by 2030 will have about a 7% market share, meaning there's about a 2.3% or about 2 1/3 times increase on this, and that's assuming Tesla doesn't have competition from, say, Ford, GM, Toyota. Let's say they maintain their market share. 466 was the highest I could get to. Now let's say more competition comes in and it cuts into their market share. They're probably more valued around $80. The extreme bull case behind Tesla has always been their auto driving technology and the idea of TaaS, transportation as a service. It's a total thing that doesn't exist right now, but the idea behind transportation as a service would be we get auto driving, it's approved nationwide, all the legalities and everything goes through it, and it's good to go. My Twitter is the Tamikaze, or is Tamikaze1. One second. But the idea behind transportation as service is what makes it so attractive is instead of saying, for instance, you own a car or you lease a car or you buy a car for, $300 a month. So let's say the average car payment or lease is like $300, $350 a month. Transportation as a service would say, okay, you pay, it's kind of like cell phone service. So instead you get 20 rides a month for $100, or you get unlimited rides for $200 a month. And so then you'd go on your app, like your Uber app or your Tesla app or whatever. You would say, I would like to get picked up in 15 minutes. An automated car, robot car, drives up to your house. You get in, and you already have the address typed in. You select, okay, I'm in the car. You hit go in the car. It takes you to your transportation to where you want to go. And then when you want to go back, you just say return home on the app. Car comes, picks you up, and goes home. And that is transportation as a service. So it's kind of exciting to think about. It's a total industry that doesn't... What the... I don't know enough about this to really talk about it. All I know is it looks really bearish. So you got falling volume into a bear flag with some gaps down here. This looks like a total pump and dump. I've seen it a million times. I'm not touching this. Yeah, we could wrap up with banks. I know everyone wants the airlines. Airlines looking bullish with the stimulus news, bailing out airlines. I mean, it kind of has a bull flag here with, it's kind of a cup and handle on this. So just be careful with airlines. If they gap up, okay. Here's the general rule. I'm going to tell you this. I'm just going to chart this out. So I want to teach you when to know when to hold your positions and when to know when to not hold your positions on a gap up. So let's say this is the chart. Actually, let's just make these green. So this is a little quick lesson and we'll end the day on this. So this is going to teach you on airlines, whatever you're in, this will teach you what to do. So let's say like this is, there you go. I'm just going to pretend these are ticker or candles. So these are your candles, and then this is the end of the day, and then all of a sudden this is Monday. So we have Monday here. Here's the rule of thumb. So if it starts to go down and it breaks below here, so let's say this is a gap up. So it starts right here, this is the day, and alright, hold on, let me do this a little bit better. So let's say it gaps right here. This is where it starts, right here. The next ticker is what is the most important. So let's say this is the start, the first 15 minutes. If it goes up, you're fine. The moment it falls below this mark right here, so if it keeps going up and you're seeing the volume support it, this could run the entire day, and this is what we call a breakaway. So then this is a breakaway gap, and this is a trusted gap, and that means investors are coming in and now they want to buy this, and this thing will keep going. So if we see banks start breaking away, we are going to hold. If you see airlines gap up and they start to sell off, you are going to immediately take profits. So the idea is then, if it starts to fill the gap, so let's say you have this gap up and then all of a sudden the next ticker is below, you should immediately take profits because it's probably going right here. And I hope that helps everyone know whether to hold your position or to sell your position on a gap up, because it's either a gap that'll be filled or it's a breakaway gap that doesn't need to be filled. And all you need to do is keep this level. Whatever the level it starts at, if it goes down below it, you sell, and if it goes above it, you hold. It's pretty simple, but a lot of people get it confused. Yeah, the very first candlestick is a sell-off. Get out immediately. If it bounces off of here, that means the gap is filled and you can get back in right here. Absolutely. That doesn't mean, you get to hold it, but then you're just losing profits. So if the very first one is, you might get a fake out. So maybe do like this and have a little buffer here. But if it starts selling off and the volume is decreasing, get out immediately. I would say 15-minute candles are my favorites and most reliable, but some people use 5-minute candles. I usually don't go I usually don't use less than 15-minute candles, but alright, I gotta set up some stuff for the server. Want to spend some time doing that tonight, so I'm gonna get off live. Appreciate everyone joining me. I know we had some fun, and I hope I taught you something at least, and if not, I at least set up some alerts so that we can make some money on it. If you want, I'll be hanging out in the server, and we can use text to talk to each other. But I'm gonna get off YouTube now, and I hope we all make some money this week. That's the plan, right?